I think overall, like obviously good to get the win. Heading into the next couple of weeks, we've got obviously 2 weeks before we play Saints back here at Headingley. So I think we made a couple of changes from the previous week. So it was steady way, I would say. I think really pleased with how we defended in our own half, but obviously a little bit disappointed with the points that we conceded really.
Getting players coming back into the squad, how important is that with the big games coming up against, as you say, Saints?
Yeah, I think obviously we spoke about early doors. We had quite a lot of injuries and a lot of chopping and changing in our first sort of 4 weeks of the season. So to be able to now bring players back in that have been on that injury list is good, and it just gives you that strength in depth, and it means that towards the back end of the season the girls are hopefully all challenging for spots, and that's what we wanted. That's what we want really, is a strong, deep squad that everyone's challenging to get into the 17 week in, week out.
You brought Jess Sharp into the squad in the last couple of weeks. Are you looking at any other players to bring in without naming names?
No, I think where we're at the minute is probably where we'll be at come the end of the transfer window closing, but obviously always open for any discussions. But I think we're in a really good spot with the players that we've got in. Jess were a great addition. We're hungry and excited to get Lacey back in the mix. Obviously she struggled since she came in, yeah, we're at a good spot with terms of the girls that we've got. Obviously, I think our young players that we've had from our academy come through have been going really well as well too. So, yeah, we're in a good spot with more opportunity to select a 17 rather than have a 17 available that what we had at the beginning of the year.
Will you be using some of those academy players next week at the 9?
Yeah, that's what we're looking at, is having sort of more of a 19 squad taking place and taking part in the 9s. Obviously, it's quite a long day, and when we've had a real tough run of games and it's quite a busy schedule for us coming up as well, it's obviously we don't want to take any more knocks, because them squad sizes of 25 that we've had this year have been really tight, and when you get a few knocks you actually struggle for quite a lot of weeks on the bounce.
Just last one from me. Caitlin Beaver's had a second surgery. Was that expected, and where did she go from there?
It wasn't obviously expected when she had a first surgery, but we've known about it for quite a few weeks. She just needed to have some of her screws removed or pins removed from the graft that she had done, because they were just causing some irritation. So it shouldn't set her back too much, maybe a couple of weeks. But yeah, she's obviously great to have next to me. She's been doing a bit more running and plyos at training, and she's getting hungry. So I think the big thing for Caitlin is making sure we look after her and get her back when it's right for her, because obviously she's had quite a few big injuries. So she's taking her time, and if she's good to go this season, brilliant. If not, we'll look forward to having a really big year with her next year.
After the week game last time here, there was things you said you were needing to look at and get the girls to respond to. Are you happy with that sort of response that you've seen from them over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think definitely, like with the physicality, I think the Warrington game were pretty good. I think we were physical, and we did better in the Warrington game with that position and possession piece that we've spoke about. I think today we were quite scrappy. I think we went away from that. We gave away too many penalties. We threw the ball away where we wouldn't usually. So we weren't quite as accountable to that part of our game plan that we want to be big on. But I think tonight, like, the ruck defence was really good. I thought they showed that they were hungry. They had a lot of desire, and they can be dominant when they want to be. So I was really impressed with how we defended around the ruck, and especially with them coming out of their own end. We just gave the ball away in the wrong spaces, and then we've got some fix-ups to do in our good ball defence, but I think that'll come easy enough with a few training sessions under our belt the next couple of weeks.
Is Liv Seal someone that might play next week?
Lil Seal?
Lil Seal.
In the 19s, 9s competition. Yeah, I think we're... well, actually, I don't know. She's got an ankle injury, so she rolled her ankle... Which game we're at now? In the Warrington game, I believe, she rolled her ankle. So she might feature next week, she might not. But she's going really well in the under-19s. But there'll be a lot of the other under-19s girls who will feature in that competition in the Leeds Rhinos shirt. So they're going really well. They're unbeaten at the moment, and developing really well under Ellis Pascal and his coaching staff. So it's been good to see how they're going as well.
And great from your point of view to see these younger players developing and sort of the next batch ready to come into the first team.
Yeah, I think obviously that's what we're really big on, that we want homegrown talent, and we want to make sure that we're developing the players in Leeds coming through that system. So we look at it, we've got a great coaching team, a great staffing team. The club fully supports it and immerses in it, and games like today with Ebony Stead, and I could keep on Ebony Stead, Ruby Walker, Connie Boyd, Ruby Bruce, like all the girls that have come through that system. And I know I've missed some names off there, so they'll probably kill me, but that's what it's all about, is having some young players that will hopefully feature for Leeds Rhinos for years to come, and really, really pave the way and get their career to the highs that we know that they can achieve.
You mentioned Lacey, could we see her in a Leeds shirt soon?
I really hope so, yeah. I really hope so. So she's making some positive strides at training, so yeah, she's hopefully a little bit closer than what she has been.